Recently, I've been feeling a bit lost, to be honest. Usually I'm used to being this guy with a sense of direction and a sense of purpose, but for some reason that's just faded. Not gone entirely, but mostly. And to be honest, I have no idea why. Now, I have felt this way before. Previously, it would come as like a whisper from within, like a voice that starts trying to speak to me. And usually it tells me things that I don't really want to hear. Now, just to be clear, I'm not saying I actually hear voices, but it doesn't always speak in words. Sometimes it appears as like a crushing, sinking feeling in my chest. In the past, whenever I felt this way, I would swipe right on some dating apps and talk to some women on there. I would try and distract myself with my phone. I'd look at the news, I'd go on Reddit, I'd do something, like anything to avoid feeling what I feel. But this time, that whisper isn't a whisper anymore. It's more like a demanding voice. It's a stern voice, and it seems like this voice wants answers. It's not happy with distraction. It's not content to just put its head down and be quiet. It wants to know something from me. Now, I say that as if that is somebody else in here, but that voice is also me. Like, I want answers. I'm not content to just distract myself and hide from this feeling anymore. And I'm also thinking that numbing myself from the pain and the fear and the uncertainty also numbs me from the part of me that might know what to do and where to go. So feeling this way, I've been reflecting. I've been looking back on my life. I've been asking myself some real questions. Questions like, who am I? What do I want? What do I really, really care about? What would make me truly proud of myself, truly proud of my life? You see, when you ask a good question and you actually want to know the answer, it's like the question's alive. It seeps into you and it does its work on you. And the questions often make me feel anxious because uncertainty, a loss of control, usually scares me. And in asking these difficult questions, I've been resisting a habit, a really bad habit. The bad habit is to say, I don't know. I've been trying to ban that phrase from my vocabulary, because when I say I don't know, it kind of closes the book, pushes it out of my awareness, and I move on to something else. But maybe I might know if I just ask the question. I always say to my clients that the truth will kick your ass before it heals you. And this is true. I've become aware of the times I've been fucking up, the lies I've told, the ways I've lived inauthentically, the times that I've been genuinely weak or genuinely cowardly, the times when I knew what I needed to do but I just didn't do it, the times where I didn't follow through with a promise, or when I gave someone my word and then I went back on it. Sitting in that space of rawness and truth, God, it kicks your ass. There's a quote that I absolutely love. It's one of the quotes that I will take to my grave, and that is from the mythologist and psychologist Joseph Campbell. He's dead now. The cave you fear to enter holds the treasure that you seek. Maybe being lost in life is just being in this cave. But it's not a cold, lifeless, pointless cave. It's a cave where it's full of life, it's full of potential, and it's full of treasure that you can find. Now that treasure is guarded, right? That treasure is guarded by demons, your inner demons. And the treasure that you find, sometimes it's a diamond. Sometimes you chip away at some stone and you find a big fuck off diamond, and sometimes it's just a couple of gems. One bit of treasure that I found was a diamond, actually. I realized that one of the most meaningful moments of my entire life was fighting and competing in MMA competition. It was transcendent, it was sacred, it was almost fucking spiritual. I trained for 8 weeks for a fight. I came face to face with my own fears and my own inadequacies, feeling like I couldn't do this, I'm not confident enough, I'm not good enough, and all this stuff, only to get my hand raised at the end of the fight and to realize that all that stuff was all in here. I was actually way more powerful and capable than I ever dreamed I was. So maybe feeling lost in life is a blessing. Maybe it's a sign that we're in the cave, we're finding the treasure, we're facing our inner demons finally, and maybe it's a blessing, maybe it's sacred. Maybe it's something that is necessary, not just a normal part of human experience, but vital for us living a good life, for living a life that truly reflects who we are. So if you're feeling lost in life, if you're feeling like you're in the cave, I just urge you just to stay in there, just to look for the treasure. Take a deep breath, Realize it that you've got a torch with fire in your hand. You can illuminate the space around you. Know that you will find your way out, but don't rush for it. Don't panic. Just breathe. Realize that here you are, and you will be okay.